This may stun some people. She's going into the paddock for 7 or even 10 days. So she'll come back into work only about 16 days out from the Vinery, and then she'll have, as Roger said, a 3/4 pace and 2 proper gallops. That's all they'll need. I think she might start $1.80 in the Vinery, so the 2.6 boosted by the tab is very fair. Yes, it's in Australia, but she seems a very sound and happy horse, and she's not going to do much between now and then. Then the question mark becomes the ATC Derby, which she is also the favourite for. Roger said unlikely, because it's a week from the Vinery to the ATC Derby, so they could go, but very unlikely. More likely is the ATC Oaks, which is 2 weeks, so that's April 13-ish. And for that, she again is the favourite over the VRC Oaks winner in Zardozi. Zardozi was very good when she won the Oaks at Flemington, but very hard to make a case that Orchestral's performances aren't as good as we've seen from a Derby or Oaks winning 3-year-old in 20 years. And then Quintessa, we'll see her later. She was a really strong 4th in the Australian Guineas. Mark Walker-Tallyby, she will be aimed at the Oaks, and they are hoping that Orchestral doesn't turn up. So, yes, the Vinery's the go. That gets the Group 1 out of the way in Australia. I think the Oaks will be an afterthought, but an afterthought which is far more likely than it was with Prowess last year, Emily. And I think we have a very exciting horse. Where she rates in the last 20 years, well, let's not forget Prowess was very good last year and beat the older horses that wait for age. Silent Achiever, who won the Derby in similar fashion, went on to run 3rd in the Cox Plate. So there is some very good 3-year-old fillies, and that's not talking about Probabeel, who didn't do much of her 3-year-old racing here. She only had 2 starts here as a 3-year-old. So let's not get carried away and say she's the best filly in the last 20 years, because there's some incredibly talented fillies who went on to be very good mares. But I'm not sure we've seen one quite as dominant as her. I mean, I can't think of one in the last 20 years.
No, and she's got such a fan club, and that's only going to grow as she takes her trip across the Tasman. Best of luck to all the connections with the Vinery Stud Stakes.